Was genau von dem, was Sie in der Mordnacht gesehen haben, hat Ihnen denn nicht gefallen?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
Sie waren also eifersüchtig?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
This man has seen past her, like you did. And now he longs to see her covered in blood. To punish her.
Sie wollten sie mit seinem Tod bestrafen.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
Er schüttelt den Kopf und starrt die Asche an.
You stare at them too. In your mind, her innocence day still turns to leaf. Airport bag in hand. Silks flowing in her wake.
Der Traum.
See you tomorrow, Harry. Her voice rings in the evening air. Burning.
Was sagen wir denn da jetzt? Sie hatte eine ordentliche Bestrafung verdient.
Made a little love nest up there. Sweaty linen and bottles they would use for God knows what. I saw other men there too, but I can't be sure. Even a woman once.
A red-haired woman? Ruby.
That kind of thing is fine by the party. So is fine by me. But it goes to show you.
Er schüttelt einfach nur den Kopf. Wie lange hatten Sie sie bereits beobachtet?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night.
Dann hat er wahrscheinlich ihre Dokumente genommen.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
And beautiful.
Und wunderschön.
That, too.
How could you see what she looked like? You said it was dark.
The sun came up. Her hair was like cobwebs. She smoked more fags and snorted a line of whatever shit she was on, right there. She needed it just to move.
Was meinen Sie, was sie da versteckt hat?
Her passport and ticket to Villers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
Das muss die versteckte Boje sein, von der sie uns erzählt hat. Haben Sie reingeschaut?
After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villers. I'd put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
Sind Sie sich da sicher? Wir haben die Boje untersucht, da war nichts drin.
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villers.
Machen wir weiter. Haben Sie sie danach noch weiter beobachtet?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over, black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook, on the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
Ich sehe gerade, dass ich ein bisschen dunkel bin. Vielleicht kann ich mich noch mal fürs Ende ein bisschen heller machen. Moment. Ach, so sieht man mich zumindest wieder. Was? Etwas besser. So.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
Die Blutergüsse, dass sie geschlagen wurde. Wie konnten Sie das alles eigentlich sehen?
I'm not blind, am I?
Woher weiß sie diese winzigen Einzelheiten über ihren Körper? Creepy.
It quickly comes to you.
Die Blutergüsse auf ihrem Körper, könnte es möglicherweise sein, dass sie durch ein Loch in einer Wand gesehen haben?
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating.
Everything in him fills with impossible longing, all at once.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Haben Sie jemals durch ein Fenster auf einem Dach gesehen?
Like that, too? Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
Sie sind durch den Geheimweg im Whirling in Rex gegangen. Die Fußspuren dort waren Ihre. Sie haben einfach nur die Schuhe gewechselt.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
Und auch dort.
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
Schüttelt immer weiter seinen Kopf.
You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you. One more loose end down. We're doing this, detective.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
Zeigt in Richtung des Whirling in Rex. Ach, und dann hat er da den Schatten vom Schlüssel vielleicht gesehen?
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the Union Box window.
Sie hatten Gefühle für diese Frau.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
Gab es noch andere?
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Haben Sie, haben Sie deshalb die getrockneten Blumen an Ihrem Fenster hinterlassen?
Woman.
Er lächelt unvermittelt. Oh. Ich habe gerade das Falsche geklickt, oder? Naja. Schlussendlich ging es also nicht um ihn, sondern um sie.
Her.
Oh Mann. Wiederholt er, während er die Asche anstarrt, dann das Schilf. Sein Augenwinkel zuckt.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement. That's it. Motive. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
Darüber darf ich keine Auskunft geben.
I know she's gone. Locked up. Or on the run. She kept staring into the scope, you know. In the end, this last week, at the fort. Like she knew. Like she knew I was here. It doesn't matter.
Across the water, on a dilapidated jetty in a nameless village, made of grey cinder block houses with Eternite roofs, 2 police officers and 1 special consultant look across a narrow strip of sea. He's there, doing what exactly, I don't know. Satellite Officer Vicnair points at the ruins, behind that anti-aircraft something. That's why we can't see him. Special Consultant Heidelstein is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's go get a coffee until then. I know this interesting little place. Where?
Seine
His
Stimme.
voice trails
So,
off as the 3 walk down the jetty.
ich kann schon dem Erzähler seinen Job abnehmen.
As the men go, Patrol Officer Minnow looks back over her shoulder at the crumbling fortification like a rotten tooth rising out of the water. Good luck, Harry, she thinks. You need something good for this.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Was denn noch?
You could get more out of him. He likes talking. Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Haben Sie sich noch andere Dinge angesehen, die Ihnen nicht gefallen haben?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
Etwas konkreter?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
Wieso denn das?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Erklär.
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Ich lasse ihn ausreden.
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
Bedauernd, dass er diesen Anblick verpasst hat, schüttelt er den Kopf. Ich nicke.
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Quayamorang, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Sage nichts.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Frisell is now dead.
Ist irgendwann mal fertig hier? Ja? Ich nicke nur.
We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores...
Alles klar. Was folgt, ist ominöses Gemurmel. Du kannst nicht ein einziges Wort verstehen.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. If there was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people, might be worth investigating. Ask about that cock on parade too. Make sure you get everything here.
Oh, warum? Da war etwas mit der Statue am Kreisverkehr und Syphilis.
Syphilis is a disease Philip III contracted in a whorehouse. The statue is an abomination.
Abartig.
The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander trillions on sparkling wine, cocainum, and monuments of himself. His son, Philip IV, the insane, contracted syphilis in the womb. And he still went on to govern Revachol for 25 years. We lost 2 million lives toppling that mode of government. And those grotesque statues too. Hundreds of them.
Aber sie ist noch da.
What a keen remark. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's still there. Do you know why?
Weil sie vergessen haben, sie umzustürzen.
Forgot. The party had each of the 141 Philippian monuments detonated with plastic explosives. We were pedantic about carrying out the order. No.
Er zeigt auf die Stadt.
Some advertising cockroaches used their accumulated capital to erect a new, ironic version of it. Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's an affront to humanity.
Sie haben gesagt, dass die Gewerkschaft sozialdemokratisch sei und Herr Clare eine Parodie eines Sozialdemokraten.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat, placating the masses.
Wer ist eine Enttäuschung, Claire?
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation, the smart one.
Edgar.
Sie meinen Edgar, Evras Bruder.
He talks a big game about uprising and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's alienation this and hegemony that.
Sie haben mit Edgar gesprochen?
First against the wall with him.
Okay. Mittlerweile hat er damit aufgehört, in der Asche zu stochern. Jetzt schüttelt er nur noch den Kopf.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust everything else first. Soften him up.
Sind Sie auf sie zugegangen?
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
Oha.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains.
Er zeigt auf den Pfad, der zum Turm führt.
Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things.
Wann war das?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
Worüber haben Sie gesprochen?
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marzoff. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzoff. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
Und er hat Sie hier leben lassen?
Let me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
Herr Dross, haben Sie den Krennel-Söldner für die Clares getötet, um einen Aufstand anzuzetteln?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Oh Gott. Das wird schwierig. Mit dem Hahn, der in seiner Uniform herumstolziert, meinen Sie doch René, oder?
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A Patank maniac race traitor.
Ich nicke nur.
I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him, personally. His make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the Liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That one.
Mit einem zitternden Finger zeigt er auf die Stadt in die Richtung des Kraters in der Nähe des Platzes, auf dem eine einzelne Kiefer steht.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
Ich nicke nur.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me.
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
Sie würden ihn gerne töten?
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bonbon melt in my mouth.
Save the treat for later?
Fragt Lieutenant fröhlich. Toll. Witzig.
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, René. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him around lately, strutting around. Must be down with arthritis. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood.
Naja, er ist tot.
Hearing it may destabilize him. You sure you've gotten everything from him?
Ich weiß es nicht. Nee, wahrscheinlich nicht. Ja, schlimme Arthritis. Diese Woche wird er nicht spielen.
Yes, of course. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood. Must be torture. Not to be throwing his balls for a whole week.
He seems relieved. Could he have been worried for him? He reminds him of himself. The same hatred. The same. You try to think of another thing, but no. It's just the hatred.
Disco-Schlampen?
Horse.
Mehr sagt er nicht. Selbst dieses Wort muss er mit Gewalt durch die Zähne drücken. Die Wut kocht zu sehr. Ja, kriege ich das denn jetzt mit der Logik irgendwie noch hoch? Ich habe Punkte. %. Soll ich jetzt alle Punkte da reinballern? Ich weiß es nicht. Bonus aus Gedanken -1. Aber ich brauche ja einen Fähigkeitspunkt, um das zu vergessen. Wir versuchen es einfach. Und wenn es nicht klappt, dann ist es auch egal.
Oh no, the connection doesn't come to you on such a pivotal moment. Dumbo, do something. You can't zone out now. This isn't Doodaloo dance time. Slap yourself in the head again. Jumpstart it.
Moment, es ging um sein Treffen mit Edgar und eine Abmachung.
By God, we are on the edge, in the very end, and you can't even remember what you're trying to connect, can you? While the murder suspect stares at you with contempt.
Irgendwas mit dem Gewerkschaftsboss.
Officer.
Lieutenant sieht zu, wie du dir gegen den Kopf schlägst. Schon wieder, das zweite Mal in dieser Befragung.
He quickly realizes what is happening.
Mr. Druss, about this deal you made with Edgar. The death of the criminal mercenary was only coincidentally beneficial to the Clares. But
Er beugt sich zu ihm vor.
what about the other people you've killed for them?
Oh,
Other people?
oh.
Like the previous 4 women of the Union.
Ah,
That's it. That's what you weren't connecting yourself.
zum Glück ist Kim da.
I didn't fight 40 years to end up an informant for the international regime. What happened, happened.
Still dumb, your eyes are transfixed on his digit. It's yellow with nicotine. You are the law. He must divulge the information.
Verdammt nochmal, sie haben die vorherige Gewerkschaftschefin umgebracht, ich weiß es.
Look who's up. From the drunken stupor. This one's worse for wear than me. And so emotional. Life is hard for us human beings in deregulation hell, isn't it?
We will have plenty of time to talk about this later, Mr. Dross. When you're in pre-detention. It can take years in pre-detention.
Go ahead. I've been in solitary confinement my whole life.
Ease off it. This was not an unmitigated disaster. The lieutenant mitigated it. Just proceed. Calmly.
Wie gut, dass wir darüber gesprochen haben. So.
Glad? It's all gone.
Okay. Da würden wir ihn festnehmen. Ich glaube nicht, dass wir noch irgendwas suchen wollen. Wir können es einmal so versuchen, dann nochmal, weil das weiß ist, ganz so hochpumpen. Beurteile seine Körpersprache.
For a 60-year-old man with stomach trouble, who spent his entire life alone on an uninhabited island, he seems surprisingly fit.
Das soll alles sein.
He's clearly a drug user of the painkiller sort, prone to erratic hand gestures, and malnourished. But that's it. The moment passes, and you say,
Ich sage, was brauche ich jetzt nochmal? Beherrschung. Ich muss noch mal kurz raus.
I ain't going anywhere.
Ja, ich weiß. So, komm.
The old man stares despondently at the logs. It's like he's forgotten you're there.
Noch als ein Versuch. Noch, was habe ich gesagt? Nochmal ein Versuch.
Aside
Nee.
from the rare, erratic hand gesture, smacking his lips and despondently staring into the fire, you can only see that he is old.
Mein Glück hat mich verlassen. Jetzt werden wir ihm
His
das
lip
mit
curls
René
into a
sagen.
sneer at the memory.
Wissen Sie, was diesen René angeht?
Yes. Where is he? I hope he doesn't have debilitating arthritis. Or kidney stones. He can still come out to play with balls and get shot in the head, right?
René ist tot. Er ist vor ein paar Tagen an Altersschwäche gestorben.
No.
Doch.
I waited too long. I waited too long and now he's dead?
Ja.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
Ach, Kim, sei nicht so nett zu dem.
They're all dead now. Fuck it.
Er hat ihnen etwas bedeutet.
All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode. Now, God damn this world.
Es tut mir leid.
Fuck you.
Fick dich selber. Sagt der alte Kommunade, dabei auf den Boden blickend offenbar zur Insel, auf der ihr euch befindet. Geht es Ihnen gut, Herr Dross? Können wir weitermachen?
You think I haven't seen people die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die. All the other plans we had. To love. To colonize the Pale. It's all fucked.
He's not okay. This is just another black day in a row of black days. Something strange is keeping him together, making him endure.
So, es wird
Glad we
Zeit.
talked about what?
Wieso kenne ich seinen ganzen... Ach, er hat ja gesagt den Namen, ne? Josef Liljanowitsch Dross. Ich nehme Sie wegen des dringenden Tatverdachts des Mordes an dem Colonel hier in Martinez vorläufig fest.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
Was? Wohin?
The sum of all the erratic movements, fidgeting, and mood swings he's been exhibiting.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
Kim, er hat Angst.
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
Er sieht das Schilf an, seine Augen ertrinken in wachsender Furcht.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Moment.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it,
Was?
something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Kim, haben Sie das gehört?
What?
What are you talking about? Is this really us?
Your skin crawls.
Mit was redet er?